right. Good morning. I'm going to let you get your coffees and we will check in today. How are you? Happy Saturday. So fun. Just going to let you grab your coffee. Please say hi in the comments as you join, and we will check in on this Saturday morning, which I haven't checked the temperature yet, but I'm certain is warmer than we've had all week long. So maybe today we can, still looks pretty chilly, but maybe today we can make it outside. That would be ideal. Oops. I'm just going to give people another minute to get situated. Good morning, Meladine. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Alex. How are you? We'll just give people another few seconds. It's always the creepy part. I say that every day, I think. You'd think I'd get better at this part. Meh. Good morning, Cheryl. Hi, Nicole. Look at some new peeps hanging out with us on this Saturday, which is fun. As you join our coffee, say hi in the comments. Oh, it looks like you're going to get a lot of snow in New York, are you? New York. In Buffalo. Same diff for us geographically challenged Canadians. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Club. This is our morning check-in. We do this every day, with the exception of Sundays now. Sundays are the day I just get to be the girl who sleeps in all day. One day a week. It's my February gift. But we hang out here as a place of connection, a place of community, an opportunity for you to check in with the crew, to have a cup of coffee with somebody, and really just to ensure we're still connecting with people every single day. Good morning, Shannon. It's good to have you back. We've missed you. And so the whole purpose of our coffee club, if you're brand new, is just to not feel like you're so alone in this world, because I think the way that we have been over the last 10, 11 months has been kind of crazy. And we just want to make sure we're checking in, and you have an opportunity to, I don't know. I hope you feel like you're part of something when you're here hanging out with us. And what's really nice, good morning, April, is you are a part of the conversation. So you've got something on your mind today, something you're up to, something you want to chit chat about, by all means, post it in the comments and we will do that. Sometimes I ramble about various things. And sometimes I've got nothing for you. Yeah, right, Jim? Now we're complete. Shannon's here. Oh, Mitch. Minus 53 in Saskatchewan today with the wind chill. Gross. Okay, I feel kind of bad that I was complaining about our weather, but I mean, for Alberta, I think if we look at Canadian geography, and if somebody from Manitoba is with us today, Manitoba and Saskatchewan tend to get colder than we do. Like, we're sort of lucky in Alberta that we get these cold pieces, but then we usually get a Chinook or something like that that blows in and warms us back up, and we don't stay cold for long. I don't keep track of weather very well, but this past week of having an entire week of being in a polar vortex was the first time we've been like that in Alberta for a really long time. Our friends in Saskatchewan, like Mitch, and in Manitoba are stronger than us because you guys get colder. Minus 53, that's gross. Nicole says, let's all go shopping. Today we're going to Selective Seconds, which is my teen's dream store. Yes. Big shout out to Tara and Mark, who own Selective Seconds. It is such a good store in the community of High River. It is so fun. So if you're not from High River, come check it out next time you're here. Morning, Robin. Oh, it's so good to see you. She's keeping warm and snuggling with the kiddos. I get that. And you lived in Manitoba. They're brutal. Yeah. I don't know. I long live Alberta for a reason. Just saying. Just saying. What's so we know we're getting snow. It's cold everywhere else. We know we're getting snow in Buffalo, New York. Shannon, what's the weather in North Carolina today? It's always curious to know what that's like. I want to give a shout out to my friend Carol. She bought me this beautiful coffee mug as a little galentine, and I love it. I love its bright pink, and so I was like, "Ooh, I get a new coffee cup for coffee chat." I haven't had a new cup in a long time, you guys. It's kind of exciting. And I was telling you earlier in the week about in the community I live in, there's a group of about 40 women who do a galentine exchange where there's one gal who kind of coordinates the whole thing, and everybody gets assigned a secret galentine, and you get a little list of things that your galentine likes, and you get to go out and go shopping and have a bit of fun with it. And it is really the most fun thing. And so my secret galentine dropped off my present last night, and it is amazing. And yeah, there's a coffee mug in it. So I will have another new coffee mug for Monday morning, and I can't wait. Krista, did you pick a song of the day? Oh, I didn't pick a song of the day today. I should, though. Shannon says, Carolina, cold, wet, some snow in the northern part. So we're all kind of getting cold. So yeah, Robin, it's such a cool idea. So if you don't do that in your community, I highly suggest that you copy, because it's so fun. And if you want to start that for your community, the Galentine exchange I'm talking about, let me know and I will connect you with the gal who does it here, because she's done it for about 3 or 4 years now. So I think she's probably got a pretty good system down pat, but it's pretty cool. And it gives you an opportunity. I love that it just is women supporting women. I mean, guys, you could do this too. You could coordinate something like this, and it just gives you a little something to look forward to on a weekend of love. I think traditionally, right, people don't love Valentine's weekend on the whole. I think some people really like it. I think if you're in a relationship, it can be kind of nice, but it can also be a lot of pressure. So don't have a whole bunch of pressure on your significant other. Or if you have an expectation, please let them know. But it can feel kind of like it can feel a little lonelier if you're somebody who's not in a relationship on Valentine's weekend. So I like that this exchange allows you to feel like you're part of something. And if you're not in a relationship in this weekend, hopefully you haven't, well, if you've picked one up just for the weekend, good for you. Own that shit. But I like to look at Valentine's as an opportunity for a real good self-love day too. Book yourself a facial or a massage or something that is just all about you, and just own that. Cousin Shay, he's in Raleigh, North Carolina. No snow, but rainy and wet. It's just a lovely day to look out the hotel window. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That's fun. So what else? What's your thoughts? What are you thinking about? It's a little, you hate those little fruit flies that come around and about. They're so annoying. What else is on your mind today, my friends? What are you thinking about? How are you feeling about Valentine's? Do you want to get anything off your chest about that? Monday is technically the 15th. They've now made Singles Awareness Day. I'm not sure singles require that. The only good thing I can think about Singles Awareness Day is that all of the chocolate from Valentine's Day will be on clearance prices. So if you want to, celebrate in that regard on Monday, that's pretty awesome. Let's see. People watching wise, you could head out. I want to say tomorrow is probably going to be the best watching. of all the dudes who forgot about Valentine's Day, and they'll be out scrambling for whatever's left in the stores, which usually really isn't very much by Sunday. That's something that you could do this weekend if you're looking for something to do. Maybe you offer some encouragement. Maybe you could set up like they do. You could be in a store and have like the signs like they do with, when you're rating a score. I want to say it's figure skating, but I don't know if they actually even hold up signs anymore. Everything's electronic. But anyway, yeah, you could hold up signs to let people know out of 10 what number you think their purchase is going to do, how many points you think it's going to get them when they get it back home. So there you go. Robin, I buy myself some chocolates and flowers. Yeah. Well, half the time when you were in a relationship, though, Robin, didn't you find you ended up buying yourself something and signing their name on it anyway? So now you just get to give yourself all the credit. there's pluses to this. Skating, yeah, just like, there you go. Or are you going skating this weekend? I think, yeah, for one of those outdoor rinks, it's maybe warmed up enough to try that, maybe later. Probably not in Saskatchewan though. Hey, Mitch, minus 53. That so gross. So there you are. What else is on your mind today? I seriously love this cup. It feels joyful to me. It feels, yeah. Well, and I think the thing for me this year is that, so we talked about this, I think, before we've had conversation on it. Some people do this, some people don't, but people will pick, say, their word of the year, right? And it's sort of a word that is part of their goal of the year, part of their vision, part of something they want to do more, be more, depending what your word is. And they have sort of this guiding light word that sort of is your pivot of the year. And so in the past for me, I've had words like one year my word was leap. And it was my year to just take leaps and not be afraid. Happiness was my word one year. And I really wanted everything I did to have a focus on happiness. And powerhouse was a word I had one year where I just really wanted to step into hitting goals. And so I've always struggled, or with like, if people ever said the word love to me, I was always like, love. I don't love the word love. And I think people get afraid of the word love and they use that word wrong, and they use it. I mean, any word can be used incorrectly or as a weapon or as a something. And I've just never, but this year, for year of 2021, I really felt strongly that my word was love. And it's not the love I'm looking for, the love of my life year. It is that love is a powerful way of being, right? If you lead with love, if you show love, if you are acting in love, if you are producing love, if you are generating and radiating love, think of the impact that could make in the world. So to me, embracing the word love is one, being not fearful of a love relationship, should that ever occur. And two, it's being, just raw and genuine and vulnerable in just being love to other people. I think this past year, especially, we've had this incredible introduction to people not showing, being the opposite of that. And I think it's probably always been there, but I think COVID had a nice way of amplifying some of that divide and some of that. I mean, it ignited anger, and it ignited, as we've talked before, a meanness in the world. And that's where the kindness revolution came from. And to me, the kindness revolution is being love. Right? And then people fear about sharing feelings about love to other people. I like to tell my friends that I love them all the time, because I do. And love can have so many levels, right? So I don't know. That's my word. So then I feel like this cup encompasses that for me, because hearts are very symbolic of that word. Although I do just really love the shape of a heart, and I've always loved hearts. Hearts have been one of my favorite shapes for a long time. And just that it's this positive, warm feeling that you see when you see a heart shape, right? Does that make sense? Am I getting totally wild Saturday pathy for you? Meladine says, love is living in the space of non-judgment of self and others, right? An unconditional love. That's one that doesn't get passed around very often anymore now, does it? It feels like love comes with several conditions. So it's taking the conditions off that and just loving. And people don't have to. I think people want to give love to receive it back. And you can't. Most likely, I would say, I mean, I'm no expert, but generally speaking, if you are someone who is giving love and radiating love, you're putting that out into the universe. That's going to come back to you tenfold. But you have to be in a place where you want to give the love to another person and not expect it in return. And that's not always easy. Nicole's word for 2021 is unraveling. Oh, I like that. In my 40s, I'm not having a crisis. I am unraveling who everyone thinks I am and becoming who I was meant to be. Amazing. Nicole, I love that. And what's nice is that that's the thing I think is really cool about coming into your 40s, is that you start to not care what other people think of you. You start to realize your true self is inside of you, and it's time to claim that person instead of claiming the person you think other people think you should be. That's the beauty of being in your 40s. I wish there was some way we could transfer that into who we were in our 20s, and especially the pressure we put on ourselves in our 30s. God, right? 40s is a great time. Great time. Jim says, I agree. It's always under the surface. COVID and lockdown exposed frustration. Yeah, and I think the positive of this sort of darkness of things that got exposed is that we have an opportunity to really deal with it for the first time, to really resonate with it, to accept it, to express it, to release it. Right? If you never acknowledge that something is there, you never deal with the problem. And I think we've seen a lot of that, is that we've had come to light through 2020 and into 2021, things that were always there, situations, issues that have always been in our society, only they weren't brought forward into our face in the same way. So here we had the opportunity for that. Robin says, we need to normalize being loving and kind, both men and women. Yeah, and I think that it's interesting in building new relationships too. Anybody who's in that boat could maybe chime in that, is that when you give someone love and when you give someone kindness, that doesn't, like, don't misread it also. There's an interesting vibe around that. And I always say, like, my kindness is not a vending machine for sexuality, right? Or my love is not, or whatever that looks like. But I think when it's not an emotion or a way of being expressed on the regular, people don't know how to receive it. That's another big fun thing that we could unpack for days and days and days. Receiving, right? It's the same way we have a hard time receiving a compliment. But whenever I struggle with receiving, my go-to feeling is to remember how it feels when you're giving, right? So if you don't receive, the person who is giving doesn't get that euphoric feeling of the give. You rob them of the give if you don't receive. So receiving really is about you as much as it is about the person giving, because when you receive it, that is going to fill your cup. But when you receive it, that fills the giver's cup. And then people will continue to do that dance. So don't rob somebody of their give if they're giving you a compliment, if they're giving you love, if they're giving you anything. As long as it's wanted, I guess. Let's always remember that piece. But you know what I'm saying, right? It's maybe too early on a Saturday to get that deep, but Krista, oh my gosh, I love you too, Valentine, so very much. And I am so blessed that I've got to meet you. I love that you're in my life now. But I say that to all of you who are hanging out in this coffee this morning, because I've met you for the most part, most of you, I've met on some way, shape, or place, and I'm grateful. And for those we've only met online, I appreciate the relationship that we are building and the friendship that comes with getting to know people. And that's what Virtual Coffee Club is all about, my friends, is to be a space where you can meet each other. So feel free to message other people that you see in the comments, to like their comments, to comment on their comments, like have some of that conversation. The people who come into and be a part of this space, I have noticed, are really loving, cool people. So friends, we've created that together. And I appreciate what you've done in that. And so know that like we've got our own tribe. And I know that most of you, I'm the common denominator of some of that you've met through that piece. But I want you to know it's a loving space. And these are loving people, and they're your tribe. Together, we are tribed. Heather, I love this space you've created, and I love that we've reconnected. Me too. Heather and I were friends. What was that? It's got to be 20 years ago, at least. And we've just reconnected of late, and it's so lovely. And I will be like, I'll reconnect too much, and I'm going to be in Kelowna all the time. I love Kelowna. So I'm finally have an exceptional reason to go there. Karen, oh, good morning, sunshine. I'm so glad you're here. I've been thinking about you in that I saw a post that you did on Facebook about, and I didn't look closely, but these keychains. Did you make these keychains? I don't know if you can elaborate before we sign off for the day, but they're so cute and I love them so much. I want one. Good morning. I think it's Todd, right? Anyway, I'm glad you can't wait for me to visit. Good morning. But we've hit our time frame together, my friends. I don't want to go too long. I know we had a bit longer of a coffee yesterday. Big thank you again to Canadian country music singer Jake Matthews for being our Fun Friday guest. It was so awesome to reconnect with him too. Love that guy. Love his music so much. Next Friday, I am really excited about this guest. It is going to be very cool. It's already booked. I'm already excited for it. I did pop around. Okay, I'm coming to get a keychain. Anyway, have an amazing rest of your Saturday, my friends. I am so blessed that you took some time to connect this morning and hang out and have a little cup of love. It's good. Happy Valentine's Day to you tomorrow. I love you. I am going to not do coffee club tomorrow morning. I am going to sleep in. I am going to get a facial. I am going to get some treats. And then we have a great family dinner planned with the small me and my mom and my kid. It's going to be awesome. And I'm really excited about it. So that's what I'm going to do to take a big, huge self-love day on Sunday. And I hope you will do the same. I hope you will take a moment to just let people in your life know that you love them and embrace the word love like I have for 2021. And hey, if you have a word of the year, I would love you to share it with me in the comments also. I love seeing what other people's words are. But have a great rest of your day, and I will see you Monday morning. We will be back 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and you will get to see my next brand new coffee mug. Kind of excited about it.